Test one, two.
Ooh, I wonder how quickly this turns.
Hey guys, Terry from Cosplay here. I've had a little bit of a hassle with the interview setup, so we've gone over to using Messenger, and Messenger has decided it wants to destroy access to my camera. So we're going entirely on Messenger here. Good old Facebook wanting to claim life, the universe, and everything. So today we've got Alex Choate, who's an art director over in Los Angeles on several large films and bits and pieces, which we can't mention. But he does have a pretty good dossier behind him, and he's done a lot of work. He's also been the director of continuity on the Guardsman short movie that's on YouTube, and that's where I met him. And he's a fantastic guy. And we're gonna have a little bit of a chat to him. So, Alex, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Yeah, getting there, getting there. So, Alex has got some pretty fun toys and bits and pieces that he can show us, and some that he can't. Um, and I unfortunately I haven't even seen the ones that he can't show me. And
Yeah,
he's spoken in veiled tongue while talking to me about it. So so Alex, how are you?
I'm good, man. Just finally finished my most recent job, and everything shut down except for our production until today. So, it's been a weird week.
Welcome to coronavirus or kung flu as they call it. I heard Trump got quite upset about that initially, and now he's backing it all and calling it kung flu himself. So
Jesus.
I know it's getting beyond a joke, but we'll have a little bit of a gas bag about our lovely internment shortly.
Yeah,
So
that
all right, so yeah, you've got a couple of fun little toys now. I spoke to everybody before anyone that's jumped on my previous streams. Alex has made pretty much a screen accurate, or shall I say, it is a screen accurate Mandalorian costume. He's got several parts here he can show us.
yeah.
Some parts are actually out on set doing other things. Um, but the bits he can show us are like, for instance, there it is. There's a helmet.
Painted with the actual paint that is used in the show, and matched and distressed accordingly.
All right, so hold that back up again. Give us a bit of a walkthrough from start to finish, if you can.
In what way? This whole thing
The whole
started as a type
thing.
up as a 3D print, and then turned into a resin cast, uh, figuring out because this is my version 3 or 4. I made a lot of these before I actually got down to one that is correct. Like the actual back fins on this thing, the ears are finally correct on this one. My version 1 actually had a groove cut into these, like on the original Boba Fett helmet. And actually matching the top line in this is an absolute nightmare.
It looks bloody good
But
though.
yeah, it's painted with paint. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what the paint is. The owner of the company has said it quite a few times, and I know in a lot of the Mandalorian cosplay groups, people are saying like, "I'm not going to believe it until Disney says it that that's the paint they used." No one ever tells you what materials they use.
So
That's
the
kind of like it's tools of the trade.
the process in finishing it up, you told me about it, but how about you tell everybody else?
Oh God, I started sanding that thing at probably 220 grit, and then sanded up to a 3000 grit while repainting layers of gloss black lacquer and then sanding them down. And eventually I got up to a 3000 grit till the thing was a pure mirror finish, and then hit it with the actual paint, which is a resin-based paint, so that it has quite a bit of resilience and doesn't need a top coat.
And you told me exactly how you got that information. So do you want to share that or?
I got friends who do stuff, who know the processes of how stuff gets made.
Nice. Okay, we got a message from
Also,
Zypher.
like a lot of the research groups for Mandalorian, like there's so many people who also work in the industry who have made a lot of props like this in the past, and if you do this long enough, you can look at something and figure out how it was made and what paints they are. If painting is the thing that you do.
I don't even think. What do you lick it to figure it out?
No, you look at the sheen. You look at like the amount of bounce that you're getting off of it, like filters and stuff like that, and color processing is going to throw that off a bit. But you can usually tell from how things are reflected. Like you can tell from the actual show that one is not made from actual metal because of the way that it actually glints and way it catches light. Some of it is very clearly enhanced, things like that.
Hmm. Nice. So Zypher asks, you really think Disney would talk?
No, no. Why would you give away a trade secret?
So all right, yeah, you got several other pieces there, which are done in the same fashion. So how long did it take you to actually finish that thing up?
Oh God, that helmet was probably
I'm talking about the whole suit.
the whole suit. Yeah, they're all sitting in the shop. The whole suit probably took about roughly about 3 weeks.
That's probably 3 weeks at what, 12, 14 hours a day?
Kind of, yeah, because I've even got like all the cartridges sitting here that are all painted with the same paint, not finished quite as well because they're hiding in the leather bandolier.
Nice. So yeah, Alex is very much a stickler when it comes to fine detail. And so when we were on the Guardsman set, that was embarrassing to say the least for me with my foam armor.
I like making stuff that reacts like the thing should.
Yeah.
Uh, there's things you can futz. Like you don't have to make everything out of like you don't have to make steel plate armor, but something that has a similar rigidity I always prefer. So like, ow, got a steel burr in my finger. Um, but things like you can make back plates and stuff like that out of carbon fiber or fiberglass if you really hate yourself, so that you have the rigidity of the materials. Or you can always use layered PETG from a vacuum form to make pieces, which is always resilient but can be flexible.
Okay. I haven't tried working with PET just yet, but
It's a pain in the ass the first few times.
yeah. Well, I want to build a vacuum form unit eventually, but
I got all the plans. I can just send them to you.
when I get there, this time round, I'm working on a stupidly large costume, which I showed you earlier.
Yeah, I still, God, you're gonna break your back in that thing.
haven't broken my back yet, so
Yet is the operative word in that.
hey, look, I fell over in the Terminator and I didn't kill myself.
Did you get a concussion?
Look, I mean, I this was during the initial test walk, and
Yeah.
I didn't fall over when I was walking. I fell over when they were deserting me because I was balancing on one leg on a 32-inch stilt
Oh
with the
my god.
chest piece and arms. Oh, actually, I think I still had the chest piece on and one leg and the cod piece.
We
So
need to
and one.
figure out like an Iron Man kind of situation to get you in and out of that costume.
I've been thinking about that, but I think what another project I want to work on is a functional Fallout power armor chassis.
I don't know that property. I'm gonna look
Oh
that
my
up real.
God, look that up real
What is
quick.
what
Fallout,
is it? It's
look up Fallout 4 power or Fallout power armor chassis.
armor chassis.
Slave labor works well according to Zypher.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh, it's wow. It actually is strangely organic.
it is, and it opens up from the back, and you step into it. Now, there are video, like as in animation, obviously, but there are, animated sequences of how it opens up and all that sort of stuff, and it looks mechanically possible.
Yeah, and it's very clearly got a built-in stilt design that your feet actually rest above where the ankle pivot is on it. Uh, oh god, that looks fun.
Have I tempted you yet?
Yeah, but that looks expensive.
Oh, it's going to be expensive, and it's probably going to be mostly an aluminium frame. So
You're gonna have to just because of the way that thing is structured.
yeah, so the armor that goes around it can be like each different part just sort of clips on. So if you
Yeah.
look out, if there's several different types of power armor, but if you look at say for instance an XO1 or a T60 version, so they've got was it T42, T40 something. Um,
Oh yeah, off that chassis, you could throw in some 50-pound pull magnets on that thing and make all those pieces out of vacuum form and just snap that shit on.
Uh-huh. And could you just imagine just hitting the button, as in like the pressure button underneath your chin? So you put your arms out, you lock it, you hit the button, and it auto locks everything into place, and then just starts opening up, and you step out,
Oh, that'd be
and the
amazing.
whole thing just stands there by itself.
You could run the whole thing off of a series of like electromagnets so it actually holds itself together, and then you have a remote trigger which you can lock, it'll turn off the magnets in the back and lock the ones in the arms to keep it into position to get out.
Yeah, true, true.
It's just going to be a lot of weight in electrics.
Yeah, I was limiting that down and going with probably, I suppose, what do you call them? The pins, the uh, electrical pins, solenoid pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, using solenoid pins to lock the points in place. So
Yep.
that'll reduce your weight, but obviously it's more manual environment. Um,
Also, some of those solenoids get heavy.
if you want the really big ones, but I mean you wouldn't need big ones. All you'd need it to do is it wouldn't have to be weight bearing.
Well,
Or
yeah, but it also depends on like the draw that you're looking for it. So like we did one. We used what, five of them for a production I did, where we actually had this rose brand splat spread across the proscenium stage. Whole thing was held in place with solenoids, which snapped off and the curtain vanished in half a second. But we had to have like a 65-pound draw on those just to keep it all taut. And each one of those was roughly this big.
oh yeah, but you wouldn't need something like that. You only need little baby ones with pins because you wouldn't need it to be quick or load bearing. All it would need to do is actually slide a pin into place
Yeah,
and then slide a pin out of place. So your poundage draw would have to be very little.
yeah, but you'd
Um,
still need one on each side then to pull it either way.
no, you got your on-offs, so it'll click out and it click back in again. Haven't you seen the on-offs? Oh, okay.
They're not the ones I typically use.
Yeah, so you've got solenoids which will actually slide a bar out and then slide it back in again. So it's just the one
Ah,
unit.
that's neat.
They
Man,
use
technology changes constantly, and it's kind of a. I keep looking at these fucking power armor suits, um, uh, and that's like the kind of impossible chase is just trying to keep up with what's changing and what's new, and just trying to like adapt that to what you're trying to work on.
Oh, look, the at the rate animators and guys are going and designing this stuff up, it's becoming more and more. I suppose they're stuck with the idea that they have to make it practical, and that helps helps costumers and cosplayers out with the ability to be able to then go ahead and make it.
Yeah,
But as because obviously Alex is a prop maker, um, making props that then function on screen can be a wee bit
sorry, I
of a
just went over
nightmare.
to your page and saw the fucking clip that it keeps showing of this, and it's just me doing this.
Nice. So, okay, Terry is just one step away from the ADF beating his door down about his armor. Hashtag Tony Stark.
Probably. It's not wrong. Like, as soon
Oh
as you
dear.
start buying mass quantities of steel, they're going to be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing over there?
Oh no, I've got to get the milling machine and get the aluminum going and you know, yeah.
Or at a steel and then put motors and everything.
Well, I had thought of hooking up with you and saying, Alex, help me mechanize the Terminator,
It's super doable.
so I
It's
don't have to get
super
in it.
doable. Because honestly, even like taking some of the strain off your hips and knees, make a rudimentary version of. Have you seen? I forget what company it was, but they made like a lifting suit or like a suit so one person can lift like heavy ass shit without throwing your back out or blowing your hips or knees out. Um,
Yeah, but
and
the battery
reattach.
packs for those things weigh more than the whole unit itself.
Yeah, but it's taking most of the load anyway, so it doesn't really matter quite as much. But we can make like a mechanical rudimentary version of that that would take some strain off of your body.
Well, I actually thought about doing a very rudimentary, I suppose, Neanderthalic version, and using those bungee cords, so or
Mm-hmm.
what they call shock cord. So
Yeah,
actually making like from a belt harness, or from the harness that I actually already wear, that it goes down and hooks up to the thighs or hooks right down to the stilts themselves.
yeah. And
So
if you had that attached to some kind of probably spring-loaded knee, so that you could actually take some of that strain off, you'd just be replicating the way the human body works as an exoskeleton. But
well,
because it's inside
exactly.
of power armor, I suppose it'd just be a secondary skeleton.
The only problem I found was that obviously if I put that bungee cord down there, it would be under say probably about a 60 or 70% stretch when I'm
Mm-hmm.
standing up, and what that would actually do is start pulling my upper body down.
Yep.
And so I'd be putting more weight on myself in the process.
Yes.
So I kind of canned that whole idea and just thought, screw
Yeah.
it, I'm just going to walk in these heavy ass legs. And look, I did. I walked in these heavy ass legs.
Look, version two, you take that whole thing and just pull vacuform off the front and back of it, and they just cap on, and they're lightweight as hell at a PETG. Painting them again is going to be a nightmare.
Uh, just automotive spray can sprayer. That's all it was.
Okay, never mind. It might not be that bad then.
Well, I mean, the base coat of this thing is just house paint, and
Oh
I just
yeah, I forget you use latex.
yeah, I cheat and use really cheap house paint.
Is I just put fucking aluminum bluing material inside my airbrush, which was actually perfectly suited for that action.
And how much that aluminum bluing cost you? A
Oh, this
fortune.
this shit was like fucking $5.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then.
Yeah, no. Wear a respirator if you're gonna do that, which I just learned because my
So
sinuses hurt so bad right now.
Oh God. So Luke's actually suggested reverse suspension legs like his Bastion build. So Luke's actually built Bastion from Overwatch.
I'm gonna Google that now because I'm getting older and I have no idea what the
And
fuck
Alex
Overwatch
doesn't
is.
play games.
I don't because I. Oh, that thing's cool as hell.
See what you're missing out on?
Oh, come on, dude. I just did like a month and a half of 105-hour weeks.
Yeah, true, true, true. And you can't even speak about it either. That's the worst thing.
Nope, I can't even put it on my resume.
So Alex was telling me the non-disclosure agreement was 43 pages long. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's insane the type of things you work on a day-to-day basis. And I mean, some of the things you worked on in the past that you can tell us about. Anything like famous-ish?
If anyone likes KFC, when they put that chicken sandwich into space, I was the production designer on that.
Well, I don't think we've seen that one over here. But
Oh no, it was international. It was live streamed as it went up, and I made a tiny little mascot for it that was just for our behind the scenes team that actually had a tiny little Colonel Sanders flag and bucket.
I love
Uh,
it.
and what was I forgot who sings the song, but we called him the Space Cowboy and Maurice. Maurice Chicken.
Spook, this is not like Fight Club, mate. We don't, it's not about not talking about Fight Club. You can at least say there was an NDA.
Yeah.
Just can't say what
Well,
was in it and what it was about.
yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, like oh, going back, like your helmet's made out of foam, and my helmet's 3D printed right now until I make a mold and cast of this.
Yep. So there's a Primaris helmet for you.
You know, and all of these are going to get cut off so that I can actually run actual hosing into them. But I think these eyes are a hair bigger than yours, so I don't think I'll be able to use the same lenses you did,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
disappointing.
actually, what you can use is I've got ski goggles.
Oh, that's clever.
And they're just cheap ski goggles. And if you actually pull the lens out, they cut it down the center. You can split them out and use the entire
Oh,
thing.
that's good. Oh, that's good knowledge.
And
Yeah,
they're
I
like
haven't thought
they're
about
like
that.
$5 on eBay. So
Yeah. Or if you ever come over here again, there's Big Five where everything is dirt ass cheap.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, cheap ski goggles will do the job because they're already iridium finished as well. So you end up with that beautiful reflective finish.
Yeah, that nice color chromescent
Mm.
kind of glaze that goes over it.
So the other thing I've been thinking about or working on doing is just getting clear acrylic and then using window film.
Hmm.
So reflective window film on it.
Yeah, yeah, and then you can actually throw an ND. You can get one that has a built-in ND filter, so it will just generally look nice for you on the inside.
Exactly. So I was going to go with red lenses and things, but I tried that and everything just looks red and it just kind of gets freaky.
Yeah, the iridium ones, those things, they give me a migraine personally.
Oh no,
Uh,
all the ones I use are just standard sunglasses. So just sunglass lenses. So it looks
oh,
normal when you're looking out of it. But
yeah,
on the other side, it's like this iridium, really cool
yeah,
finish. Actually, hang on, I'll just grab the helmet up here. And most of the guys won't be able to really see this very well on the stream, but you can see the eyes there. They're just sunglass lenses.
yeah. Out of
So
Oakley's?
uh, I think they are $4 from eBay.
Ah, knockoff Folkleys.
Folkleys.
TM.
So, but as you can see inside there, it's just a couple of bits of foam holding it in, so you can still pull them out and clean them.
Yeah. For my Mando helmet, the visor's held in with a series of Chicago screws and clips so that I can take them out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's either that or press clips or something like that. You've got to have a way
Yeah.
how to. Something like that, I'd probably run a C channel on the inside, um,
Mm,
or an L channel all the way around, so it sort of slots in, then just sort of bends and clips in.
yeah. It's fun is I actually for the Mandalorian one, since I had to buy a new visor for it. Get off of there. Actually, I already got it prepped. It's one of the base ones that they use for the Boba Fett costumes,
Oh yeah.
and that one's a 501st approved lens. So that's a fun easy shortcut. So I know that it's already in universe. Saves me a lot of hassle.
Mm. So, what other films you worked on that you can tell us, or large productions or anything like that?
Oh God. The
So
first
you're,
feature I ever worked on was the California No, written and directed by Ned Airbar, which I last I saw was one of the lowest rated films on Amazon Prime. Uh,
I haven't actually heard of it. Sorry,
uh, you haven't missed much. It's delightful. Like Tracy Toms is in it, and she's absolutely incredible. If you've seen Rent, she plays Joanne, who is Maureen's girlfriend. Um, just a lot of really lovely actors. It was a ton of fun to work on, but can't win most of them.
So Zypher's just asked, is there a way to make a homemade exosuit with pneumatic air pumps or something?
Yeah, if you mounted a small air compressor on your lower back, it's probably very possible. You just run that kind of like air casters with a series of bladders that you can keep filling to extend and then retract, extend and retract.
It'd have to have a hell of a speed volume on pumping though.
Or you move very slowly. Those are kind of your options.
Yeah. So did you see those exoskeletons that the guys over in Japan did?
Yeah.
So that's I kind of want to make one of those, just because.
Uh, you need a lot of money to begin with.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to see if I can find the company that actually made it.
I did have all their details and stuff like that. I
Oh
saw it.
wow, they made one that actually does arms too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's really really good. I'm just having a look through my shortcut list because I'm pretty sure I've actually saved that stuff in my shortcuts. Um,
Man, that guy's wearing some big shoes in this photo. Yeah, those things are cool as hell. Oh, Cyberdyne. Really? It's called Cyberdyne? You fucking named your company Cyberdyne? This is how you get Terminators. Jesus.
Actually, no, that's not the one I'm talking about. Not Cyberdyne.
Oh, which one are you talking about?
No, no, I'll see if I can find it because I'm just looked up Cyberdyne Robotics, but that's not it. Hang on.
Just saw one that was, I'm pretty sure, a joke, but it 100% looks like the exoskeleton, the power loader from Aliens.
Okay, hang on a second.
Oh no, it's real. It's
um,
$93,000.
Skeletonics.com.
Skeletonics.
I'll just swing it over to the main screen so people can see it.
Yep, that's the one I just saw. It looks like the power loader from Aliens.
Yep. So this sucker is just awesome. I want to make one of them.
Well,
Just
is the frame actually made out of what kind of piping are they using to frame that?
just aluminum and
Huh.
PVC.
Yeah, because the exterior or the shot they have that's outside, it looks like the main canopy is just made out of PVC.
There we go. We can see a better picture of it here. So yeah, basically it's just everything about that. I could just imagine wrapping a suit around that.
Look, here's the thing though. If you get one of those, you make something like that, you have to make the power loader from Aliens.
You got it. You
Everywhere
just you just
you
got it.
go and get coffee, and like they call out your coffee, you just have to go, get away from her, you bitch! Grab your coffee.
But there's actually if I jump onto YouTube, there's actually a YouTube video of it. Um, So give me a second.
Yeah, I found it.
You found it? I'll just put it up on the screen for everybody else as
The
well.
one from the Maker Faire in Japan.
Yep,
It has a head.
it's got a head. So,
God, it's where that thing is like once, well, quite a few stages, but it's edging real firmly into Gundam territory.
well, you could just imagine doing a Gundam with this thing. It's like,
Oh
hell
no,
yeah.
they made a Gundam suit.
There we go.
They made a Gundam suit to go on.
But I mean, literally, I could have
I'm
so
gonna
much
bounce that
fun.
link over to you.
I don't think it would be load bearing in any way, shape, or form, to be honest. I think it'd just be, yeah, you couldn't put any pressure on that thing. All right, I'll grab the YouTube
No,
link. Hang on. Oh, the link you just sent me.
it's a link of the Gundam looking suit that they slapped on top of it. It's
Oh yeah, yeah,
delightful.
yeah. It is. It's really pretty, but I don't think it would do any good. So, but if you could jury rig that up a little bit better, so it was a bit more load bearing, you could wrap some EVA foam around that quite simply.
Oh yeah, yeah, because fortunately, that rig already seems to have hands uh, built into it.
Yeah, and they're functional
So
hands too. So they've done
yeah,
an
which
amazing job of engineering.
yeah, you wouldn't have to have like on your Terminator or not your Terminator on your regular Space Marine, you wouldn't have to have the blaster, the bolt gun already attached to the head. You could actually drop that thing and go and pick it up.
Well, I've already made another hand
Probably
for
off
it,
the
which
top.
works.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I've that's what the plasma pistol's for,
Nice.
is because the plasma pistol is going to be able to be gripped by the offhand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Soldier do it. So
It took a while, but you're doing it.
I'm getting there. Some of us do have a day job. Just kidding. Alex's day job
I
is
know.
most of our dream day jobs. He gets to build stuff every day.
I make art for a living. Well,
So
I make art for surviving, I guess.
yeah, make art for surviving. What
Yeah.
about series and stuff? Is there any like renowned series that you worked on that you can talk about?
Uh, Not really. There's some pieces that I've made for some series, but nothing that I'm credited on because of the way that my contracts work with them.
So what about
Uh,
pieces that you can talk about?
Actually, I don't even think I have any of them. Some of them I never actually got back from set.
That doesn't surprise me.
That reminds me, I actually need to check my breakdown on what things I still have out. Yeah, but
Oh dear.
actually, I've got this right here. It's the rough 3D print of Captain Rex's helmet from Clone Wars that probably started like 2 years ago before I started not having any free time. Still got to finish this.
Yeah, welcome to a cosplayer's workshop.
Yeah,
50 million
yeah.
projects sitting around undone.
Made a ton of stuff for different cosplayers because I don't know. I really enjoy how much like most cosplayers are so passionate about the thing that they're doing that like sure I'll build that for you. I don't mind. It's just going to take time between my schedule.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've hit you up occasionally for hints and tips and things like that, and you're a wealth of resource. So
Whenever my mind wanders, I just go and like search stuff. So like I'm really glad about this electronic thing now.
oh, you got a bit glitchy there.
I'm gonna spend way too much time trying to figure out how that Skeletronic skeleton works.
Oh, I've got close up and high res images of it, so if you want to sit down and puzzle it out, it shouldn't be that hard.
No, it shouldn't be too bad because they've already done a ton of the legwork already, and some of it's probably just based off of the same kind of gyro mechanics that like an Oculus is based off of.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, somebody has done a DIY version of it.
Really? Oh God.
Oh God, there's actually a website that shows you how to make one.
Ah, they finally released all that stuff. Good.
That's cool. All right. Yeah, it's on Popular Science has a DIY how to make it.
Oh, excellent. Good. I have to go and check that out because I kind of want to do a Gundam, but if I'm going to do a Gundam, I want to kind of do it like that style, so I can actually get in the back of it without having to worry about, you know, having helpers and all the rest of it. So kind of like a
Yeah,
power armor style. I can sort of climb into
yeah,
the back or into the front of it or whatever, and just sort of
yeah.
into the
You could
cockpit
probably
and
have it from a seated position, slip your legs in, and then
yeah.
uh, oh God, the way they got the fingers to work is so fascinating because it's literally the same system as your Power Fest, except it seems like they ran bike cables to actually run the pressure on everything.
Oh, you haven't seen the new Power Fist stuff, have you?
I've not.
Oh, give
I
me one.
saw your how you actually assembled it, and I think that thing's fascinating.
Give me 1 second just to grab a finger. So I redesigned the entire thing to be mechanical.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You have the files for that on your Etsy, don't
yep.
you?
So now you can use push pull rods instead of drawstrings.
That's that's awesome.
So and it's actually got the longer you extend this bar up, the more grip strength you'll have.
Hmm.
So currently this one's got about I say 1 to 5 ratio. So you can probably go 1 to 2 by doubling that. But in the
Probably reinforce it just for if you decide to carry more weight with it.
um, well, I mean this is all ABS, so it's pretty solid. It's not going to break in a hurry. Um, and so oh, you've frozen. Oh, there you go. You're back. You froze for a bit there. But yeah, being
Yep.
ABS, I could make it out of aluminum. It'd be just as light, but also a lot stronger. Um, and
Yeah.
that's probably where I want to
But
lead
then you have
to.
to deal with aluminum, which is a pain in the ass.
Well, not if you're milling it and things like that. I mean, or laser cutting it. If I had a fiber
No, if you have a
laser,
water
I'd be
cooled
set.
CNC, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. So my plan is to eventually get up to having like fiber lasers and CNCs and things like that for for making some cool stuff. So then you're going to want to fly over here and
Yeah.
uh, and enjoy yourself in my workshop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've already got a ton of fun toys. Uh, the thing I have here is just convenience because everything's very close to me.
True, true. So, but all right. So what we're going to do is probably wrap it up here. Do you have anything else you want to add? Anything you want to sort of allude to that you're working on? Just kidding. You can't.
I don't know what I can say. Um, because that's so many NDAs now. But like, uh, no, I don't think I can say anything about it. I don't even think I can say the code name.
No, you can't. You can't. You can't say any of it.
Nope. Nope.
So unfortunately, it's so Alex is working on something very, 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 very dot dot dot.
I'm working on something, and that's
You're working on
nice.
something.
Look,
So
I've got a job. That's convenient.
so Luke says all the fun toys, right, Terry? Yes, Luke, all the fun toys. So Luke on the line here is he's actually sitting up in his workshop working away on his new Tau Fire Warrior costume. Now,
That's awesome. Tower
um,
amazing. Really,
but if
I
you if
the aesthetic designs of Tower beautiful.
if you jump onto Facebook quickly on your other screen, um, and just look up Zerebrin cosplay, you'll see his necromancer.
I'm gonna need you to spell that.
Zerebrin. I think, hang on, Zerebrin or Zerebin? Could be Zerebin.
That gave me a lot of mostly naked women.
On Facebook.
So I'm gonna, yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Zerebin Cosplay.
There it is. No R. Zarabin.
Zerebin.
Oh,
Now, I did tell you about that costume earlier.
yeah.
Now you're actually seeing it. It's highly impressive. I'll call it up myself so I can show everyone on the screen as well.
That's
Um,
beautiful work.
so it is incredible work, and Luke and I both are, I believe at the moment we're the leaders of using lasers in cosplay.
Ah. I will say, what's really fun about going to the Zarabin Facebook page is under photos. It's two photos of that beautiful skeletal armor and a picture of version 1 Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Luke doesn't publish much, but uh,
I've seen this armor around online. It is absolutely gorgeous. Luke, your work is incredible, my dude.
and he's like literally got so much skill level on the detail, and some of the pictures he sent me on actually I'll see if I can call it up on my messenger quickly if Luke doesn't mind, that is. um, so bear with me, I'm just getting
Yeah,
to the
those
right.
pauldrons are gorgeous. The detail and filigree on that, and the way that the chest is done with the open cage is absolutely stunning. What material is that red fabric that's backing it?
I think that is just I'll see if Luke wants to type it up in a second and let us know what that material is. I'm pretty sure it's just like a gabardine or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
but he's actually laser etched, used the laser on it, and it's changed the dye to give it the pattern.
Ah, that's cool.
So I'm just
Oh yeah, I can see that in the close-up shot.
yeah.
That's excellent work. Absolutely excellent.
So give me a second. I'm just calling up a picture of his current build. Now he's probably going to get up me for actually putting this up. Oh, hang on. He's just posted something for me. It's cotton
It's
drill laser etched with pattern. There you
ah. I figured the comment was going to be stop talking about my stuff, assholes.
go. No. All right.
Oh
I'm
wow.
just going to call this picture up for starters. So this is up for everybody on the screen, and I'm going to send it to you in a second, Alex.
All right. I like the Cyberman helmet. Sorry, Luke. I'm just browsing through all your photos now.
All right. So I'll just message it to you.
Oh wow. That is absolutely excellent. Luke, you are a fine, fine, fine crafter.
He's just sent me a close-up image of the material for the necromancer. So I'm just going to forward that to you as well. So
Ah, that was a video that you'd sent me of some Australian woman giving me information. Oh
uh,
wow.
so there's the material for the necromancer, and it's just come up amazingly. So it's just a repeated
Yeah.
pattern over and over, but it's to die for. And the
Yeah, it's
laser
just
did.
laser etched cotton twill.
Yep, that's
So
it.
I'm guessing the etching actually caused it to bleach out the dye, which is why it has that tone to it. It looks incredible.
Exactly. So using a diode laser, not a CO2,
Yeah.
will actually cause that to happen at low intensity.
Yeah. What? You don't want to light it on fire?
No. So the helmet that he's currently working on, I've just put it up on the screen for others to see. The detail that he's put in it extra on top of what the model would normally have is just crazy. So he's done it true justice.
Yeah, that is that is so fucking gorgeous. It is.
Yeah, I know.
I just got to the Master Chief photo standing on the Dalek. Uh,
So yeah, he's got a lot
oh
of
wow,
really incredible work,
really good work. Really, really good work.
and he's like all the fire. Yeah, so he's I mean Luke does amazing work. I mean I'm just in awe of his capabilities. Um, yeah, just jaw dropping. So I've got a lot of people to try and catch up to as far as quality and everything goes. So Luke's one of
Well,
them.
like
You're one of them.
I'm guessing Luke is just one of the most patient people on this planet because like I'm just scrolling through the photos and from the first mask print in 2018 to the finished product in it was what July of 2018 to the finished product in the photo of October of 2019. That is some incredible patience to work
Yeah,
on one piece.
it was a long process for that costume, and end up winning the at least the Queensland leg of the cosplay championships, which was really good. And at the same time as he was building that, I was building the Terminator.
Ah, all right. Now you guys got to have a fight between the two of you between in your costumes and see who's more mobile.
The irony is, I surprisingly I think I can last longer in my costume than Luke can last in his.
Yeah, but all he's got to do to take you out is sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. If you could sweep that leg, that's a big
Yeah,
ass leg.
that big heavy leg.
Oh, it's big. I mean, I can actually wear the shin as a body wrap up, as in like I can pull it up over my whole body. It's that big. Just one shin.
I'll, I'll never forget our behind the scenes photos when we were doing pickup shots and you just had the chest and helmet on, or you just had the upper body on and it was just
Yeah.
your legs sticking out the bottom.
I took off the shins and boots and it was just this tiny little stumpy.
It was so good.
What happens when you have a dwarf space marine?
Because the way that you were actually moving it too, because you had pauldrons on, it was kind of the way the dwarf characters moved in World of Warcraft, because they got the
Oh
giant chest.
God, yes. That's bad. That's bad. So, all right. Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up here. We're just about on the hour. And Alex, do you want to add anything?
Uh, Keep crafting. It's fun, and honestly, if you keep doing it, you can make a pretty decent living at it, and you'll probably never be bored in what you're doing.
Yeah, but it can drive you nuts.
It can drive you nuts, but you occasionally get the pro. I'm looking at the thing I can't show you. Uh, you get to work on stuff that lines up with the things that you grew up loving, and you get to help be a part of making something that someone else is going to get to grow up with and have that inspire them to make stuff too. So that's always nice.
It is. All right, Alex, thank you so much for coming on this stream and chatting with us. And on that note,
Thanks
we're
for having me.
anytime, mate, anytime at all. So if you got any questions for Alex, you can shoot them through to me, and I'll pass them through to Alex. And consequently, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, blah blah blah. Click the bell, and then you'll know when I'm coming online. All right, guys, thanks very much for coming, and we'll see you soon.